Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is literally just show up, you know? You don't always need the right words, your presence is enough. Simply just being there for each other, I think, is really important. So when you're around family and stuff like that, like reach out more and try to spend more time with them because, life is finite, life is short. And I've realized in my older age, like, things like health issues and mental health and all that stuff can decline and get to the point where you're not capable of spending adequate time with them. And being there is really important, and being there quietly can mean more than, trying to fix everything. People don't always remember advice, but they remember who stayed. They remember the people that reached out. They remember the people that took the time to spend with them. And, that's really, it's imperative. Support isn't always something that's loud. Sometimes it's just sitting beside someone. And I remember just like lots of times just being next to my girlfriend or just watching shows with my girlfriend and her sister or, watching family movies and stuff like that. It was really a good experience and we'll never forget those things. And showing up on hard days can change someone's entire world. Um, so just reach out and spend the time that you have with people. And, you don't have to understand everything to care deeply. Sometimes we don't understand what other people are going through. Or we don't understand other people that all that well, but it's really important to spend that time regardless. And just being present, it tells someone that they're not alone. And silence shared with someone can feel like safety. And it really does. Like when I'm spending time with my family, dude, I feel so safe and I just love being home with my family. And, surrounding yourself with family is really important. And you don't need solutions to offer support, maybe just a few kind words or a listening ear or something of that nature. And listening is one of the purest forms of love. Being there is often more powerful than just, being perfect or anything of that nature. And you honestly never know how much your presence is saving someone. So, your presence, like being next to your mom or being next to your sister or being next to your brother or your girlfriend or your child or whoever, that presence can really matter and it can really save the day for them. So, like tomorrow's my kid's birthday and I'm going to be spending a ton of time with my kid tomorrow. And, I'm going to be taking a break from social media. I might post like a little bit, like a video a day or something of that nature, or do like a live or something. But I'm not going to be posting 10 plus videos like I've been the last couple weeks. But, yeah, small check-ins can literally carry someone through big struggles. I recently reached out to my cousin Justin and just did a little check-in and it made his day and he sent me a video of him at work and the things that he was doing. He was on like a scissor lift or something of that nature. Which I thought was really cool. So yeah, like reach out to people and try to be next to them. But yeah, to go back to my cousin Justin, he actually might be visiting Tennessee, and we might actually get to spend some time together. So that would be really cool. But like a simple "I'm here," it can mean everything to someone who's falling apart. In the moments that I was falling apart, um, having my girlfriend and having my family next to me, really made me feel safe whenever I was going through struggles. And people heal faster when they don't feel alone. And you don't need to have answers to be supportive. Sometimes sitting in the mess together is enough as well. Being, dependable is a form of love that never goes unnoticed. And showing up consistently is going to build trust over time. Um, like just like all those times that like someone's like, "Hey, do you want to come through? Do you want to hang out?" Like when you go through those things, like and people reach out to you, like take that chance and take that moment to spend that time and make those memories with that person. And you don't realize how much comfort your presence brings. Even quiet support can carry heavy emotional weight. And in those moments, when someone's reaching out, there's strength in not walking away when you begin to feel like you're carrying someone else's burden or something of that nature. Like, you know just staying there and being present is really important. But that's pretty much all I got for this one. I really do appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.